Hey, Facebook. What am I imitating? Okay, I'm imitating the Monty Python, the Holy Grail. You guys know what I'm talking about. But it's not the White Knight I'm going to imitate today. I'm actually going to imitate the Black Knight. And the Black Knight is all about, I'm not dead yet. It's just a flesh wound. So, getting your spark back is the A for attitude. So, have you felt at all like there's been carnage everywhere in your life? There's, a limb flying in one direction and another limb flying in another direction, and you lose a leg and maybe you lose another leg. COVID-19 has definitely been that for me, if you guys have not gotten that impression so far. So S was the strings, P is for people, and A is for attitude. So what I want to do is, sorry, I'm just really giddy because I think this is a really silly video, but it's also very serious. And what I mean by that is actually, when have you had just a really bad attitude, and it's one of those things where you're just thinking, okay, I've got the bad attitude. What are you going to do about it? So, what I want to say with this is that there's a couple of stories. We've got to tell stories. And first one is when I was first starting to ride my bike, in the triathlon training. And guys, the people I was training with, they've done their Ironmans, and here I am, this newbie trying to keep up with them. And I could just never keep up. And and you guys remember last year I had posts about bolts flying everywhere and I'd get flat tires, and it's like, okay, I can swim, it's just my body. I could do gymnastics, that was my body. I could tumble, cheering, that's your body. Running, it's just you. But when you throw a bicycle in there, now there's this gadget, this thing that you have to operate properly. And it was a massive learning curve. And guys, I wanted to quit so many times. It's like, why? And some days I'm like, I have a bad attitude, and it would, ruin my cycling. But at the same time, I would go home and I'd be like, you know what? No, I want to do this. I want to do this for me. I love being around these people. So I had this attitude of, okay, yes, I had moments of bad attitudes. We have those. But I had this overwhelmingly shadow of an attitude of a can-do attitude. I can do this. It's going to take some time. You ask me to change a tire on a bicycle, I'm not quite ready for that yet, and I'm going to knock on wood right now because that's just going to be a day, right? But yeah, so attitude is not everything, but it certainly changes everything. And going to the Black Knight, okay, the pandemic hits, shelter in place, I move out of a relationship, I'm all by myself, and then the shelter in place hits, and then boom, there goes all of my social network and my comforts and my support. And and I'm now like really alone. And then my business gets hit, boom, there goes another arm. And in the Black Knight there's blood and carnage everywhere. And then my kitty tragically dies, and Mr. Felix, I just cannot get over him, right? And that's still really hard for me. And boom, there goes a leg and maybe a stab and jab to the heart. And then I say yes to this program, and all along the way has been, it's felt like mistake and challenge after challenge, and it's been failure after failure. And what's fascinating is, God, so defeating. It's so defeating. And you're thinking, how in the heck am I going to get out of this? How in the heck am I going to persevere? And it's my attitude. And I have this core belief that it's gonna be okay. Fear not, for I am with you always, says the Lord. Plans to prosper. You got to trust that. The unwavering faith, that is being tested to the umpteenth degree. And, the unwavering faith and the, extraordinary effort. and to come forth with extraordinary effort, but to have confidence and to believe in yourself. It all starts with your thoughts. And where do your thoughts kind of stem from? Your attitude. And so, yeah, that Black Knight on Monty Python is teaching about attitude. He's, like I could fight you, and he's losing an arm, and then what? The White Knight's going, you don't have an arm, buddy. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna win this battle. And he's like, it's just a flesh wound. Come on. And he loses all limbs. He's left with just a head and a torso. And then the White Knight is passed. He's won the battle, and the Black Knight is still fighting. Come back here. I'll bite you with my teeth. I love this. You know why? It's because no matter how many limbs are flying off and how disastrous your life feels like and could possibly be in a place of just dark Black Knightness, okay? There's light, and the Black Knight teaches about attitude, and just keep fighting, keep moving forward. You will get through this. Fear not, for I am with fear not, for I am with you always. And John Maxwell says, attitude is not everything. Because if it was everything, then the Black Knight, with the can-do attitude of I'm going to win this battle, he would have won it with his attitude, right? But his attitude changed the entire scene because he didn't give up. And what's funny about it is, yes, he's finding creative ways to keep fighting, which is my R for resources. But for today, what is your attitude like? And, and it starts with your dialogue, because your thoughts are going to lead to an action. And your action will either lead to success or it's going to lead to failure. And which one do you want? And you can apply this to anything. You can apply it to swimming, cycling, running, painting, music, business, personal development, stopping sugar, whatever it is, you can apply this formula. So, Dr. Lexi Lane here. Thanks for tuning in, and have a great and awesome Wednesday.